morning, guys. Before we head out and explore this morning, I have one tiny little, I think, quick, easy project. This is the drain for my freshwater tank inside. It's also great for rinsing off your feet from the sandy beach or filling up a container for water outside of the campground rather than going inside and using the pump, because it's just gravity fed. The problem is, well, over the years of sun and weather, it has become very brittle. You can see it coming apart, and I'm just trying to open it, and you can see I'm about to break this brittle plastic off, this weathered plastic. So, and it drains really, really slow, so it is time to replace this component. For that, I went on to Amazon and got another replacement Camco drain valve. It's a tapered 3/8 inch or 1/2 inch. I'm not sure what my inner hose connection is in here. I think it's 1/2 inch, but this works for both of them. And then you just screw it in. It should be an easy replacement. Yes, I am going to lose a little bit of water in this process. But actually, two things I realized. One, I don't have enough 1/2 inch hose coming out to be able to grab it once I do this. So I'll just get water all inside. So unfortunately, I'm going to drain the tank completely of water first before we do this. Oh, it's close enough. It's still trickling out of there, but I am going to take it off, find out. Maybe there might clamp around the hose as well. I won't know until I pull this out and check. Also got something else going on inside. We'll tackle that project here after this one. See, I just don't have a whole lot to play with. That's why I was worried about getting water inside there. And it was 1/2 inch, so we don't need this part right there, but that's all gonna go in there like that. I mean, I can't even turn that. And this one's just butter smooth, so. And the only other thing is the existing drill holes. So although it may not look good, what I am gonna do is offset the new ones. I'm gonna drill 2 new holes at a different angle, and this is gonna look crooked. I don't care what it looks like. I don't wanna go into the other old holes there. Tighten up this clamp again. And what I'm going for is something like that. Like I said, we're just offsetting, setting new screw holes so that this stays in. Also, you could put some butyl tape around this. I'm just going to use silicone after the fact, get silicone all around the edge so water doesn't get in here and over the new screw heads. So this outlet in the kitchen that I pretty much just used for the coffee maker is no longer working. Do you see it flashing? Let me be quiet. Can you hear it clicking as well? It's just clicking once every second, and if I reset it, it instantly just pops back. This outlet does not work at all. Again, it's a GFCI, so it's meant to do that so that we don't have a short or a problem there, but the outlet doesn't work. And the funny thing about this outlet, I just replaced that outlet a few months ago for not this kind of a problem, but that outlet just stopped working from the factory. And so I put in a new household GFCI outlet right there. And now, like I said, I'm having, there's no other outlets that are connected to that circuit right there. That's just my small appliance circuit right there for stuff like toasters and toaster ovens and coffee makers and stuff. So I can turn that breaker off right there. Same thing when I'm running the generator. I'm just plugged into power here at Renee's house, and it is time to, once again, replace this GFCI outlet, and we will do that shortly. Oh, so I went back to a goatee look, just makes me feel lighter in the face. Also realized that the plug for the fridge behind here operates on that same circuit, that same breaker that's giving me issues right now. Not really a problem. I basically run my fridge on propane 24/7. Even if I'm plugged in, I still run it on propane, so it's not that big an issue, but it adds a second outlet to look at as a possible culprit. It is not a GFCI outlet out here, which surprises me. The one by the sink is. The one that's like almost out in the elements where regular air is getting through is not GFCI, so I may be replacing a couple outlets later, but we're getting ready to go right now. Renee's just got to hook up his Coleman trailer to the red van here, and then we'll be heading on down the road. Okay, checking out the window. I talked to Renee. He's actually got to run 3 errands around town with the van beforehand, so we're actually going to meet up later. Going to be hanging out and possibly camping with my friends up north. We're actually going northwest towards the Rangeley area up there for some possible really nice camping today. So it should be a fun little trip. I'm excited about exploring more of Maine. Different part of Maine. Well, we're traveling north on 26 right now, and I met back up with Renee and Monique here on the road. They're actually going to lead the way because AT&T, no service through here. They have Verizon, AT&T is just not one of the better ones in Maine. Some states, AT&T is better than Verizon. You just never know. But they're going to be my quirky scouts for the day, and we're going to go check some stuff out. Believe it or not, this is just your typical Maine highway rest area pull-off with a nice river. What? Yeah, guys. It's nice. Little walking bridge. Plenty of beauty in Maine. Let's enjoy it before the snow hits and we're buried. Little Maine mushroom there, yeah. It's awesome. Nice little rest area stop. A little different than your typical highway turnout. But let's get back on the road and keep exploring north. ET phone home. What? I don't even know what city we're in, but we are in the home of the world's largest telephone. Not the easiest. ET phone home. I am a little young to remember this particular style, but some of you may remember dialing into the operator on this type of device with the hand crank. Did you have one of these in your house? Anybody? Any of my viewers? Let me know in the comments below. Hey, we're here in Rumford Falls, and it has been a while since I've got a chance to see a new Babe the Blue Ox and Paul Bunyan from like Minnesota, back in Washington State. We did see one, a little one at Tina's Lumberjack show, but they're looking good here in Rumford Falls. Nice blue coat of paint there on Babe, looking good, and Paul Bunyan looking sharp, buddy. They got a little water wheel down by the river. I believe this is still the Androscoggin River that we're kind of trailing. This river goes all the way through Maine, I guess. So this part of the falls can open. Unlike Rife Lake back home that can get flooded, this one says, danger, sudden release of water when the siren sounds. I don't know what the siren sounds like, but when you hear it, we start going uphill. Yeah. I guess they also call it in the event of a hydro station trip, the water level will rise, obviously. It's kind of pretty through there, and the hydro dam is upstream. So the plan from here is to go find a nice campground a little bit farther up north. I've never been to this part of Maine, so I don't know what to expect. We also need to check for a burn ban and stuff like that. But I do want to get settled and spend a few nights. You know, now that there's no service, no TV stations, no nothing, this is a nature experience for me in Maine, which is much needed in my book. So let's go see what we can find. We do have an option B, which is a paid campground, and option C is a Walmart nearby. So see what happens. Don't worry, guys, there is plenty of beauty in Maine to go around. And we definitely took the scenic route, although a little hazy or foggy. I guess that's fog for Maine, but we're way up here. This is called the Height of Land, and that's the Rangeley Lake out there. Is that pretty or what? Oh, man. Morale. We're here, Jax. We're in the woods. We're in the woods. Yeah, we have to put up our cat crossing sign. Wanna go check it out? We lucked out. There was one site here, and we are lakefront, pond front. We'll go take a look at this, but big open site, so enough room for Renee and Monique's trailer back in there by the water. We got a fire pit right here, close to the road, but I don't think there's gonna be a whole lot of people coming down here. I got level just naturally without using blocks there, so I'm happy about that. And check it out. Right behind our RVs is our own private walkway to the water. Oh yeah. I haven't quite decided what to do out here because as it turns out, the weather is going to be nasty starting in 1 hour and for a couple more days. But this is our spot that we picked for our little natural getaway. It's quiet. It's peaceful out here. So, like I said, I still plan on being out here a few days. I'll just be indoors or I'll put on a rain jacket and boots. I don't care. No biggie. But I'll get back with you guys from this spot here soon. All right, guys, have a great day. Jackson, I'll see you soon.